I don't think AD was going to qualify.
Nope.
Unless he won all NBA, I didn't think he was going to qualify.
But before last season, you could damn near set a calendar by when AD was gonna get injured and not play a game before last season.
That's cold, bro.
Am I lying?
That's cold. You ain't lying, but that's cold, bro.
But I'm not. I'm being for real. I got into an argument with a dude on Twitter about. He was like, he called me a K. I'm like, I'm not a K. I'm not a hater. It's just he missed the glass over there. Like, let's be honest. Before last season, so no, nobody is gonna play him a Supermax either. None of those dudes that the Mavericks got right now is worth a Supermax deal. Even if they get KD, he's not worth a Supermax.
But see, that was the whole thing when we try to tell Luka, hey, you got to get yourself in shape. You got to get yourself in shape, because if you're not going to be committed to us, then why am I going to pay you $400 million? That was going to be that was going to be his Supermax deal.
But when I say it, I'm wrong.
Yes.
Well, at this point, I'm convinced that's why you invite me every other week, because I'm going to say it.
Again, when I say it, see, it's good when it comes from somebody else, but when I say it, I'm wrong. I'm fat shaming. That's, but whatever.
I don't know if it's your timing or your delivery, Troy.
It used to be the timing.
Oh man! But do I be lying? That's the thing. I don't be
right when they get injured. This man getting carted off the court. You be like, that's why he eats 12-piece. Like, what?
Right.
Wrong time. I'm coming.
Third down, out of the shotgun.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of the Madness Basketball Podcast. I got some background. I'm not sure where it's coming from. Tonight, I have the lovely Danny, right from the HBCU AC, TP, DK, Lord Jamal, myself. Marlo may be on the way. I got to start this thing off by talking about that school in Daytona. 4 years. 4 years. They've been clawing, scratching people's eyes out. And finally, 2 outs. Bottom of the ninth.
He finds a wide open receiver.
They slapped a knock off home run.
You got to be the weirdest person I ever played on this shit. I hope you're ranked. Because this is crazy.
This guy is a matchup problem. You put an
I got some background. I don't know what that is.
And he's going to go over top of him. You put
sound like somebody playing a video game
on him, and he's going to outrun him. Just a really tough matchup, as you saw right there.
Kickoff team is on the field to prove this one away.
I have no idea what that is.
I have no, I don't know where that's coming from. Absolutely no idea where that's coming from. Hold on, me. All right. Well, anyway, so see how God worked. God didn't want me to get that concession speech.
It was my captain.
Anyway,
it was connected instead of my mic for some reason. Like it switched the setting.
Yeah, because you definitely sound more clear now. Yeah.
Okay.
Should be good now.
So, you can't win them all, I guess. But shout out to Bethune-Cookman. They were, from the middle point of the season to now, the best team in the conference.
They suck at everything else. It's good. They good at something.
It's oh man, it's like pulling teeth right now. But congratulations to them, and for all their hard work, they get to play in the Tallahassee region with Northeastern and Florida State. So I don't know. I know about Florida State. I don't know about Northeastern. We'll see how that shakes out. But that being said, that happened. Also, the Knicks, who are currently playing right now, made their way and won game 3. And I guess Tibbs get to keep his job
for now.
Nah, he about to lose it tonight.
Nope.
He gone tonight, huh?
Yeah, he walked right into that one.
I just, I don't know. I'm doing my best.
Are you?
To be a good guy. I'm doing my best to be a good guy. But it's the Pacers. It ain't hard. Get back on defense. Run, make them run half-court offense. They shooting every shot in the first 8 seconds of the shot clock. Feed Cat early. And for God's sake, play somebody else on the bench.
See,
anybody.
So my rebuttal to that, he just did in Landry Shamet. There's currently a timeout because he just got hurt. Somebody that just come off the bench. I never seen in this series. Maybe he has, but I'm sure.
No, he ain't playing this. Oh no, he played. He played the other night.
But I know
played the other night.
So Tim tries.
He hit a 3 the other night. So
he trying real hard.
The problem is, where's Josh Hart's points when you need them?
I don't think Josh Hart's a problem. I think
Brunson dropped 40, and they still lost. And I look at the box score, and Josh Hart got 6 points. What you mean that's not the problem?
I think
got to get some sort of help.
This is just me again from the 1,000-foot view.
So who's the number 2?
This is me from the 1,000-foot view.
Right?
I'm trying to be nice. I don't want to slander nobody this early in the podcast.
Nah, go ahead, Troy. This is your time, man.
Right. This is why
Big Cat can't hide behind Jalen Brunson.
But he scored.
That can't be a thing.
He needs to stay on the floor. He can't. Okay, he's scoring, but I had this conversation with somebody. You can't do all that fouling, cause your team to have to figure out the first 3 quarters, and then all of a sudden in the 4th quarter you're scoring 20 points and got 8 rebounds. You got to be on the floor for your team. You have to. You're that important. You have to be on the floor. And
so you saying him getting into foul trouble?
Yeah, he's good. We know that he's good. He can score the ball.
So
imagine he stayed on the floor for 5-10 extra minutes.
That's easier said than done when you ask somebody to be aggressive on the defensive end. Because
but if you see the fouls that he gets, it'd be silly fouls. It'd be so silly. And it's not even hard fouls.
Some of them do. In the heat of the game, you can mental mistake. You got to be a little bit more mentally strong when it comes to keeping your fundamentals and, not doing too much. But you ask a player that you call soft to now be aggressive, and now we're upset that he don't really know how to be aggressive without fouling. So it's like, what do you want from him?
True.
Because then on the other side, we need him to score points, and then he scores his points, but then it's not enough.
Mhm.
It's like what do you want from him?
That's fair.
And this is the last time you ever hear me defend Cat, because I've always thought it soft down in the paint. This is just my vantage. This is my non-biased vantage point. What do you ask from a man that you want to be a big man? You want him to be aggressive, but then once he get fouls because he's not used to it, now we're looking like, okay, well, where the rest of the points going to come from? I'm going to tell you where they're supposed to come from. Josh Hart. That's the issue. OG scored. Bridges dropped 20. You look up and down the box score, everybody putting up numbers, and then we're not getting the production point-wise from Josh Hart.
No, you're right, TB.
I'm just saying.
But no, that's what anything.
I get it. I get it. Josh Hart needs to score, but
it needs to be somebody.
These lineups.
It needs to be somebody.
It's the dude that won the NBA title that is covering these games. He is out of a job. He should at the very least be the assistant coach right now.
Whoa.
But I'm going to keep faith.
Look, Troy over there feeling like New York needs an offensive coordinator like it's a football team.
All right.
That's what it feels like, though. That's what it feels like. It feels like that's what they need. 100% feels like that's what they need. It's not. There isn't anybody on the court that can stop Big Cat. Why he's not getting the ball 40% of the time, I do not know.
Because Jalen Brunson dropping 40. We go 5 out, and we let little man get to the basket and draw his ticky-tack fouls all night. That's what they do.
They can't stop him.
It's just
okay. That you just answered your own question. Why would we give the ball to Cat and they can't stop Jalen Brunson?
Well, no. That's not all the way true. Like right now, or like in
you
certain
have
rotations, like Cat is the guy on the floor, so he should be the guy.
Yeah, it should.
They got to figure it out in the non-Brunson minutes, as they say with all the other stars on their teams. You got to figure it out in the minutes that the star player isn't playing. That is the biggest time for every team, and that's what makes Indiana so good. Because although we all say, exactly. Go ahead, yeah. Like Halliburton's good, but everybody's scoring. Everybody plays a part in that. So,
you know why? Because they like running that boxing one offense where they'll have Pascal sitting at the top of the key. You can pick around them. You kick it back to him. Now the defense got an option. Are we going to crash on him? You crash on him. He passes it. People are moving. And then if that don't work, you circle back around, you reset, you run a quick pick and roll, and you take whatever's open. You either pass it or you take the shot. That's literally how they've been killing New York, because Cat really doesn't know how to defend it. And that's one of the hardest offenses to defend, which is one of the reasons I don't understand why the Knicks don't do it. Go look at some old film of Kobe and Pau Gasol, and you'll realize how to run your fucking offense. That's literally all you have to do. I'm not calling Jalen Brunson Kobe, and I'm not calling Cat Powell, but if you want to look at their skill sets, they're very similar. Jalen Brunson has the ability to take you off the dribble. He can take the mid-range. He can take the three. He can get to the basket and score. Powell at that mid-range. What do you think Cat got? He can shoot mid back to the three. Spacing. Josh Hart should be posted up somewhere, ready to take a shot. Obi should be posted up somewhere, ready to take a shot. Not that hard. But you go this 5-on-1 and you isolate, every time it's just Jalen Brunson on the court. And then once he gets tired and that's no longer the offense, we act like we don't know what to do.
I'm sorry, I just saw some dude that I didn't even know was on the team shoot a three.
Yeah, DeLon Wright. See? Tibbs is playing guys. Tibbs is playing guys. Look at that. I didn't know. You're funny.
Wow, they let Indiana let Ben still in the building? That's different. That is definitely different. All right, so it's been some conversations around Ant. The face of the league. And it was, I'll say it. Big Perk brought up that every face of the league was a family man. And the reason
on paper, they are family men.
Crazy.
On paper.
Say that again?
On paper, they were family men. So
right.
We're
gonna leave that there.
They were family men, and it was something that the NBA could put out to the world.
Of not media takeout.
I'm just pushing the conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think part of Ant's reluctance to be the face of the league probably has something to do with the fact that his personal life ain't exactly perfect.
I don't think he's thinking about it that far.
Right.
And now, when I say what I'm saying, I'm not calling him stupid. I think he is self-aware who he is, but I don't think he's thinking about it that far. I think he simply just doesn't want to do it, and that's fine. I just want to come in, play ball, collect the big check, and go home and do whatever I'm doing. That's fine. You don't have to make me the face of the team. I don't think it's that like I don't want to call him a kid, but he's what, 24?
20, I think. Yeah, 23, 24, something like that.
His frontal cortex hadn't even developed yet. He hadn't had that oh shit moment. He ain't thinking about it that
23. Yeah, about to be
24. He is out here on impulse and vibes.
I ain't got nothing to say. I don't. I just be watching the playoffs this year. Like, who is clicking buttons and tell them to take the hands off? Like, what is somebody up here like and can't see? Like, what is happening? I don't know. I ain't got nothing to say. I'm sitting this one out. I'm just sitting this one. Usually I got something to say, but I have nothing to contribute tonight to this NBA conversation. Nothing.
You don't have nothing positive, but you don't have nothing. You can just be like,
I just ain't got nothing. I mean, I don't know if it's positive, negative. I just tell Pookie and Ray Ray to turn the remote over. That's all I got. That's my contribution to the NBA conversation right now. That's all I got.
Oh man. So, one of the things that I looked at last night, I don't want to use a Q word, but Ant did not look engaged in the game.
That's because these Negroes be out here throwing the game. I'm just waiting for something to come out like it did like a few years ago, where the official was
They've already
getting on the games and throwing the games and stuff.
Wasn't it a
I'm just
college team
waiting.
not too long ago?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Just
Like I'm
very
just waiting.
recently.
I'm just waiting for it to happen again. Like, cause at this point, nothing else makes sense other than y'all making money off of throwing the games.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I ain't got too much to say about the NBA tonight.
He just lobbed a grenade and say I ain't got nothing to say.
I mean, no. We're not gonna call that a grenade.
You said a lot.
Sure everybody has considered that. You got damn. How many outs that you can just go in and send them $1 and bet on, and you think none of these dudes bet you their baby mamas out?
Listen, all I know is that when they posted that picture, Eddie Winslow is I was done. I was done because yes, that's exactly what it is. It's like watching Carlton, who take the ball from Will and try to hit the game-winning shot, and he hit the scoreboard and missed every shot. Right? That's how I feel like. That's how I feel, because why we trading losing by 50 points? Like, this ain't real. This ain't real life. Something is off. And I don't like it.
Just respond to my text.
What he said? Ma, we can't hear you. You sound like you in a rabbit hole.
I'm fussing with my sister, y'all.
Oh, Lord.
That is a good question, though. Why are we trading losing by 50s? Like, do we not compete every night?
That's what I'm saying.
When I tell you this is gonna be an amazing 30 for 30 in 5 years.
Maybe they was trying to guarantee we get to a game 5, and then that's when it's gonna be, competing every night. Then we get it to a game 7, and somebody got a ball out in game 7. Like, that's kind of what it looks like, but then it kind of looks like the Timberwolves have rolled over.
In the words of Twitter, that is always gonna be my problem with the MNBA.
Like, right now, New York is fighting.
Yeah,
New York
it's looking to be
New York. If New York ever wins a championship in men's basketball, the citizens themselves just might burn that city down to the ground. I'm gonna be here for it. I'm gonna watch it live and come, but they just might burn that city down.
Yeah. I think the problem that we can look at AE, right? You supposed to be the star player, face of the NBA, but you only scored 16 points. On the other side, in a playoff game, to put y'all down 3-1 in a 2-point game that y'all lost. So if you contribute your share, which you should be getting at least 20, do math. That's a you win the game.
What's Ant's average though? Don't he average like 26 points a game or something like that?
Yeah, regular season, right
at
and then
So
on the other side, we got SGA doing what he's supposed to. 40 points and 1 rebound away from a triple-double. That's what you expect from a guy that's the front runner for the MVP.
BBL Drizzy cannot be the face of the league.
What
you got against Sha?
He called it, man.
Right.
You call this man BBL?
Right.
You
sound like
that's Troy. That's Troy for you.
Let me go.
He Canadian.
Hey, Troy.
He's Canadian.
Troy.
What does that mean? He plays in the NBA.
You just called this man BBL.
It's USA over everybody.
You're not wrong.
I don't think Drake played him though.
You're not wrong about that, but you know, in the what do we say? In the culture of basketball, he is doing what you want a star player to be doing. It doesn't matter.
I just want this is the thing I want.
That don't matter.
This thing I want SGA to stop doing. I need him to stop doing bait foul calls, man. Like if you blew at him, he act like he done fell out and crashed out onto the floor and stuff like that. I'm gonna need him to stop trying to bait the calls.
They've been doing that for decades.
Forever, yeah. All it, like everybody do it. Like they just find new ways to try and do it. Like I don't know.
You know who was a master at it that nobody ever complained about him doing it? Tracy McGrady.
Yeah,
he was a fucking genius at getting people off of their feet and jumping into them. I watched him do it in the Rockets uniform for years.
No, he did it to the Rockets when he played in Orlando.
Which is why we had to go get him. Because he was
What
too
was
good.
that?
No.
That game, that dude scored like 15 points in 37 seconds. Literally.
I was watching
you talking about the game against San Antonio.
I was watching that live.
We all watched that game.
I watched that man headshot pump fake and put his head in the Manu Ginobili's chest, and they called a foul on Ginobili. I swear.
Hey, he still hit the shot too, though.
Yeah. You gotta hit it.
That dude pulled off like 3 back-to-back 4-point plays.
Yeah, it was amazing.
But at the time, that was the time where a foul was an actual foul.
Yeah, you had to put somebody on the ground to get a foul.
Like somebody had to be bleeding, had to be bludgeoned to death for you to call.
I watched T-Mac get a lot of fouls that you would be like, yeah, he kind of drew that foul. A lot of it was when he faced you up. He would face you up. He moving the ball around. He see you drop your hands. He coming right into you. And then let's get to the free throw line. I watched T-Mac do it.
That's called work smarter, not harder.
Then what's the problem with what SGA is doing?
I didn't say it was a problem.
That was Doc that said it was a problem. Doc, would you have that same energy if he was wearing a Memphis uniform?
It's basically like if you even like touch him,
that's today's basketball.
Come
blame
on,
the refs. Blame the refs allowed. Don't blame the players.
And blame the owners.
Right? Yeah.
Blame the refs. Blame the commissioner, because that was a rule that went into effect years ago, and sadly to say, it was to help LeBron. That's why they start calling these ticky-tack fouls. But part of that because they was whooping LeBron's ass. Go back and watch that finals against the Spurs. The Spurs
his first finals.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
His first finals when he got swept.
He lost 0-4.
Yeah, they got swept. But if you actually go back and watch it, they was fouling the shit out of LeBron.
But that was the only way you could stop him. That man was 23 years old, 6'8" and 250 pounds. You either gonna push him out there or he gonna knock you the fuck over.
They turned him into a jump shooter, and at that point in his career, he could not even hit a mid range. So they got swept.
He developed one though.
And let's not forget the team that he brought to the finals.
Oh, they was
that
team was crucial.
Hey, we talked about that team on here, bro. Man, like a couple weeks ago, we talked about that.
Mo Williams.
He had Mo Williams.
Hey, we're not gonna talk about Coach Mo. We're not gonna do Coach Mo like that.
Don't do Coach Mo like that.
No, but Mo was all that year.
This ain't a shot. This ain't a shot at Mo.
No, he was an all-star that year though. So Mo was doing the same.
Or
was it the year after?
He became an all-star. He was an all-star at Utah. He won an all-star.
He wasn't. There was no other all-star on that team. It was Daniel Gibson, Eric Snow, Anderson Varejao,
No, the Zagowski was the only other All-Star.
2009 with the Cavs.
No, not
So it was the
09.
year after. My bad.
Not 09.
It wasn't 09.
Yeah, I just looked it up.
That was his first time in the finals.
No, his first time in the finals was 07.
It was 07, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Who was on that team?
That was Eric Snow, Aaron Newbourne, all them other, like Verjao, Zagowski. He took a whole mediocre team to the finals by himself.
But
hey,
Greg Pop being the coach that he is and understanding, hey, we have to make LeBron shoot the ball. He is not getting to the basket. Hit him, push him, do whatever you have to. They were not calling the fouls, and ever since then, ticky-tack fouls been a part of the NBA.
If you got to choke slam and DDT him, you got to drop kick him. 2 feet.
Like, tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Now he can't get fouled without everybody saying he flopping and this, that, and that. It goes from one extreme. It went from one extreme to the other.
Hey, you know who? Y'all know who? Y'all know who got beat up.
One extreme to another.
Y'all know who got beat up the most back in the late 80s and the early 90s before he was Michael Jordan. When he got this, it seemed like Jordan was in the gang initiation when he played back in the 80s.
Detroit still, like, I don't know the statute on assault.
Well, yeah.
Get his back. Like, if you got him on defense, he was getting his lick back.
I mean, but that's after he woke up. I'm talking about when the Pistons won their 2 championships. They should have won 3 because
87, 88.
No, 88, 89, 90. They should have won the first one against the Lakers because that was bullshit. That was the year. That was the playoff. That was the final when Isaiah Thomas damn near broke his ankle, was on 1 foot, and gave them 25 in the whole quarter. Let's just remember that. But it's like Detroit had this. They had that formula. Like, look, we gonna neutralize Jordan because he ain't gonna get 30 something. He's not gonna get 35, 36 points on us. He's gonna have to work for that. And then it was the next year. The next year, they went after Scottie Pippen. When they went after Scottie Pippen, that when Pippen had the what was that? He had the migraine and he couldn't go. And he's like, oh, it's all on this man now. Like,
it's open season.
It was open season for him. And I'm talking about if we talking about fouls, we talking about like playing defense. You got your arm like this, arm check. Got one arm in his back. If they in the post, you can push them out the block and stuff like that. And it's like, I'll be like, nigga, what is this? What is this? What is this? What kind of defense is this?
It's Olay defense.
Shit.
You do what you have to stay in the game because you know that they're gonna call a foul on you. So what that does is you build this mentality of non-aggressive defenders because they want to stay on the court. Yep. My which brings me back to Cat. You want him to be aggressive, and then he go out there and touch somebody, and it's a foul because that's how they play the game. You can't touch them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Cat. Cat, you 7 feet tall. You wear a size 21 shoe. If you don't get your big ass down there on the block and post somebody up, stop shooting goddamn 3-pointers like your name is Dirk.
He been scoring in the block. He been down there.
Yeah,
they just don't run. They don't run their offense that way. That requires a man to be in the post, and that's what I was talking about earlier. Get him down within 10 feet of the basket, get him the ball, and then we can run some offense around it. But they're not doing it. So, they just going 5 out and then Jalen Brunson try to work his magic.
So, what do y'all think about that series against the Knicks and the Pacers, man? What do you see about that series that you think New York can actually make this a whole game.
They down 5 at half. They better win this game.
They have to. I feel like the winner of this game wins the series because it's gonna shift the whole momentum. Because if the Knicks win, they're going back home after winning 2 games away.
And then Troy gonna be on his diatribe talking about fire Tibbs.
That's why
Troy said, "Just get Tibbs the offensive coordinator."
Let's get Tibbs out of here. Tibbs must be stopped.
I mean, to be a defensive guy, you just gave up 70 points in the first half. He ain't doing too well on defense either.
Yeah, but we also just had a 45-minute conversation about how they can't play defense no more neither.
You rotate people in, you force bad shots, you make them make their free throws. If they can't make free throws, then you got to be selective on who you send into the line. You send the worst players to the line. They get the ball, we going for it. We either finna get a jump ball or a foul. Either way, I like the outcome better than just letting somebody go willy-nilly to the basket. You got to pick your poison.
You're giving these referees more faith than we've seen them operate on.
What's Tim Donahue when you need it?
That ain't giving them faith. That's giving myself a chance to win the game.
Where's Tim
But
Donahue
that is
when
all
you need it?
contingent on the referees not calling these pancake ass fouls, though.
If they do call them, send the bad free throw shooter to the line. That's what I said. I'm not playing on whether or not they're going to call a foul. I'm giving myself a better option than just letting somebody take uncontested shots and layups.
Hey, Marlo, they ain't showing you no fight.
Nah, you gotta show me some fight. I would much rather see my players going after the ball, playing aggressive, and we end up putting them on the line as opposed to wide open layups, wide open threes getting drained.
I have a problem with the officiating in this game. The officiating in this game is absolutely terrible. If Karl Anthony Towns is allowed to continue to grab and pull and push and travel and walk through this game, the only reason he hasn't fouled out is because they're not calling the fouls.
Right.
He is absolutely playing terribly. And you ain't even got to be a basketball aficionado to know that this dude, he should not be in the game. He should at least have 5 fouls.
They trying to get
out of
Knicks
control.
They don't want
It's
this.
terrible.
They don't want this to end in 5 games. They want it to go 7. They tried to help Minnesota out last night, but they didn't show up to the game.
Right.
Yeah. That's just crazy.
I'm telling you, AD was out there checking his phone during halftime to see how many points he could let the other team have. He said, I'm a mess up your parlay. You ain't finna mess mine up though.
Right. Then Z is so lost.
That's great.
It's hard sometimes.
This is a tough subject for Troy to even talk about, because it's like this goddamn nigga.
He going through it over there. He just not saying that.
He is having withdrawals over there, man.
All right, so my computer already going crazy already, right? And then on top of that, like I got this game going on. If I go in on the coach, he win. I don't understand that, because 2 series ago I was ready to fire him.
You still ready to fire him? You just
don't.
Boy, if they lose this game, Troy gonna be like Smokey and Debo's pigeon coop. Like they gotta win. No, you are right. They do have to win the game.
He coming. Who coming?
But anyway,
Debo.
I'm trying. Bear with me, right?
You say that
I already had to say congratulations to Bethune-Cookman. So it's already been a rough day.
Well,
You
them.
could have ignored it. You could have ignored it like the rest of them.
Congratulate Jim for what?
See, and you wake that up.
Yeah, you congratulate them for. I really wonder. I don't know what you congratulate them for.
Man, the missus is over here cracking up, bro.
That should be going off.
I'm
Hey, you
just
all right,
saying.
Troy?
Short hope.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I've been in that group chat all day today.
I congratulate them for not having to share bags. Uniforms. They get good job. But we know the truth.
Oh Lord. It must be
I'm just
stopped.
saying.
No, my bestie must keep going.
I'm just saying. I don't know. You the only one congratulating. There ain't nobody else on this podcast say congratulations to him.
Yeah.
You being an op.
Boy, he said Troy from 63rd.
He is being up. What the hell is wrong with you?
You know, and because my computer acting up, I can't load the banner. So I would normally have the little banner there, but it ain't there right now.
Why is it under my picture?
Who being up?
So now, you know what? I'm not doing this with you. So amongst other things, Marlo, we had an interesting news cycle the last 24 hours.
No, don't call that news.
That is bullshit.
Don't do that.
News
ain't
is
news.
news.
No,
The crazy thing is Danny read down a whole list to this site. She ran down how many what 6 points, right?
Six. I had 6 questions, 6 basic questions that if you were a journalist, you would start there. Like so basic.
So for everybody who don't know, for people who don't see this clip later,
really got me.
Fake news.
Hold on. I'm gonna get that. Let me take my time. Like
even fake news is news.
That is
so.
True.
We were all minding our own business, and we seen a picture of AD Suggs with the tagline something to the effect of "You can't sweep stuff up under the rug."
No, the tagline, the dog whistle was disturbing news. What is disturbing about the news? Look, I did not watch the game because I stopped streaming it.
Well, wait, Doc. Hold on. Let's get there.
My bad.
So I'm minding my own John Brown business, and I see this now. If you know me, you know I love Florida State and I love FAMU. If you say anything about FAMU that's sideways, it's going to be a problem. But because this was said, you know we have a source that we can reach out to and get to the bottom of it ASAP. It ain't the best source in the world, but it is the most logical source for me to pick up the phone and call. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
So I picked up the phone and went, we hearing da. And I have dragged this person on this show on numerous occasions. So I even told people, I don't know if I'm going to get a response back because I might be persona non grata right now. I don't know. I got a response back immediately. That told me it was some bullshit.
You got a response back immediately?
So Immediately.
I got to show out a little bit.
So he responded back immediately. So cool. I know the AD wasn't going nowhere. So now I got that question of why you got my AD name in your mouth. Because if you put it in a thumbnail for clickbait, that's the same as you talking about my wife. So now I need to know what's going on.
Can I say something? Can I say something
Go
real
ahead.
quick? Everything he posts is a thumbnail. Ain't no links, ain't no stories, ain't no content, ain't nothing but a picture and a headline. And the headlines ain't even grammatically correct half the time. Go back and read the post that he posted last night or whatever day that was.
I'm blocked.
Yeah.
But you know now they switched it where even though you block, you can still see their content of what they post.
No, perfect.
So what's the point? Yeah. I just got blocked too. Like literally.
That man clearly he can't have no more followers.
You know, somebody said that you can't make a video to respond to him and tag all his followers. I'm a programmer. I figure it out.
So let me tell you what's crazy about blocking me. Let me tell you what's real crazy about blocking me. You want to come to our championships.
So they try to go. They try to.
So what I'm finna do is go into our database and baby, you blocked for real. You want.
He gonna try to hit you up.
Fuck around and find out.
That's what that mean right there.
I mean, because here's the thing, you don't want to be held accountable. All I did was ask you some questions, right? But the thing is, when you do raggedy-ish, you get raggedy results. And so now you've built a whole following based off of basically just copying and pasting other people's work. Those headlines and everything else are coming from other people. That's why you ain't got no links on there. That's not news. That's not reporting. Right?
I say
all you've done is taking whatever, the photo websites, the blogs that are actually just photo galleries. That's what your Twitter is.
Yep.
But
I would let it come.
That you news, that you're a journalist. And the thing is, they showed up at our basketball championship. I still ain't seen no articles or nothing, right?
Let them come. Let them come to point of mine.
No, they just want
That's all I'm saying.
the perks of being in this category, but don't want to do none of the hard work or deal with any of the blowback. And all yesterday was just blowback. Like,
oh, he got a lot of that.
God, it was dumb. Like, meanwhile, this kid's dad is on Facebook singing, and of course, like the injury is horrible. Like I didn't realize he probably is never gonna play baseball. Not at like a serious level. Like he's done. But his family is saying how amazing the trainers were, and 80 Sons was at the hospital, and Coach Sue came by, and you sitting at home with your crusty toes out, upset because she didn't post a Twitter post, because that's all it amounts to. Is a Twitter post.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, I had been holding on to this for 24 hours because all the other reputable, and I'm not saying I'm not reputable, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm uncomfortable calling myself media. Like, I'm very uncomfortable calling myself media. I am extremely uncomfortable calling myself HBCU media. But I'm more HBCU media centric than he is because I take time to either A, get the story right or just leave it alone. Because the harm that you do, people are now not trusting what we are saying. And sometimes we get lumped in a category. People say stuff like, man, SWAC media is so toxic. They say that.
Mm-hmm.
So this dude makes it worse. And believe me, in my whole core, I firmly believe a good cussing is therapeutic. Because sometimes you got to cuss a motherfucker out.
Can't change. Jump in feet first.
So he AD-19 came in at the right time. Timing was everything. The 19th AD, the 19th member of her line, she came in perfect timing. So when you put stuff out there like, hey, we finally got a person in place that is the culture of FAMU, that is for FAMU, amidst all the other stuff that's swirling around FAMU, and you make people think she gonna leave, I got a problem. I got a problem with that. You make people think that she done violated some rules, I got a problem with that. And I go to these HBCU events and talk to everybody. And if I've met you and you didn't tell me who you was, cool. But if I meet you again and I realize who you are, you're going to have to explain to me some stuff. I don't know violent stuff. I just need to have a conversation with you on what you want.
I am, though.
Jamal just going to go and drop kick somebody in the chest.
Hey, come it's needed sometimes.
You know, I ain't going to... I'm going to try to be...
I ain't a killer, but don't push me.
So, you know, it's a sickness. It is a sickness. These likes, maybe because I'm old and don't care that people like me or not. I'd be shocked when we get 1,000 views on a video. That ain't what I'm in this for. I mean, I want more people to watch. Don't get me wrong, but I don't do this for attaboys and applause. Either we provide informative, entertaining content, or we just don't do it. All the other stuff will come. The accolades will come. All of that comes. You just put in the work. Trying to do shortcuts and play on people's psyche. What you're doing is the 2016 Russian playbook. That's how they got us all riled up. That's how they got us not to vote. This is that playbook. Create a toxic situation, make your community a toxic situation, and now you can feed them whatever you want. Misinformation is easy.
It's true.
That's what this is. So
now, here's the thing though, Troy. Even when people say retract what you said, like so the playbook is when people call him on his bull. Because even I said something, I called him on his bullshit. Because I'm like, I went to sleep because I had just got off of work that yesterday. And then when I looked at it, I'm like, I'm waiting on for where's the news at? Where's the disturbing news at? So people is waiting on for it. And it's like, you mean to tell me that you put out there that he didn't acknowledge the AD or the school or something like that? Like he's supposed to be Roman Reigns, acknowledge me, put your ones in the air and shit like that. Of course, I'm a pro wrestling fan. But at the same time, what is there to acknowledge? Like they've already, they already put out a state, the school already said something, the father that already said something. And so when the thing was when it got too hot for him, he tried to delete it. But hey, everybody, the internet is forever. The internet is forever because you got.
He left it up there. He ain't trying to delete nothing. He left
He
it up
wasn't trying
there.
to delete nothing. He left it up there. But I'm like, he tried, and you know, my thing is, other times he deleted stuff when it got too hot for him. But at the same time, like I said, the internet is forever. You got niggas like me will screenshot it and be like, "Is this what you said?" This is when you got modern technology come into play, where you got phones that can screenshot stuff. You got, you know, you could go back in Twitter and say, "Oh, you said that," but it's forever. Like it don't go away. I'm just saying, like, so what is it about you just like you said, like it is? If you're a real journalist, you're gonna go back and retract.
But if you're a real journalist, there are a few things.
You won't even say anything like that at all.
Exactly.
Well,
you would not have posted
it. There would be a whole different approach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're not a real journalist, right? You are someone who is in this space because you want to report factual news. You want to support HBCUs. You want to support other schools, right? There are plenty of people that come up, they end up on the radio, TV, or whatever, and they're not trained journalists. But at the end of the day, there's a call of duty for everything that you do. Every industry has standards, they have procedures, they have best practices. And when you consistently betray those best practices and those procedures, you not only lose accountability, you not only lose trust, you are dismantling your reputation. And athletics and communications are such small industries, right? Mm-hmm. Your name is forever tarnished. So your audience has now simply been diminished to Twitter, and not even the people that can support you, because all you're doing is pandering to the desires of people that want drama.
Yeah.
And so now everything is excitable, it's sensationalized, it's dramatized, all because you don't give not one rat's ass about the facts.
Mm-hmm.
You don't care. And so now you got to block everybody that knows what real journalism is supposed to look like. You got to block us because you know the more you post stuff, the more we going to call you out on it.
Yep.
Like where we lack accountability, we lack integrity. And where we lack integrity,
go ahead, Mom.
We just say,
I said, I didn't even say nothing bad. All I said was slow news day, and I got blocked.
Man, it just wasn't anything. It was a big old fat nothing burger. Mm-hmm. Right? Yep. You posted something that was neither disrespectful, it had no meaning. You ignored the fact that there were other stories out there that contradicted what you were even about to post. Boy, you waited 6 hours. You had 360 whole minutes.
And she counted the minutes.
360 minutes, and you still chose to post a video that didn't even support what you were saying. Even if you would have just posted that video and said this never should have happened, but you posted a picture of the AD saying devastating news or whatever, mm-hmm. and then waited 6 hours, posted another video of the student athlete, and then because he didn't say her name, you said, notice who. He was clearly speaking off the top of his dome, right? He was clearly just rattling stuff off. But right. a real journalist or someone that had a vested interest in truth would have seen that there were other stories popping up from the parents of this kid who were thanking the AD for being at the hospital. Bro, what are you doing? This lady was at the hospital and you trying to drag her?
It's the role that she's supposed to play because she's an administrator. She's the one that's
She
represents.
if she wasn't at the hospital, even if she was not at the hospital, what would you have done?
Would have said
that lady could have been fundraising in West Africa, and you would have had a problem with it, talking about she shouldn't be there. She should have been at the game. She should have been at this dusty baseball field. Like, what are we doing? And it grinds my gears because it messes people up who really want to support our schools. And this is why so many media outlets don't get invited into big spaces, because we have people that don't know how to report facts and don't care about the truth, reporting constantly and tagging names of people and all of this craziness. And then when it's time for organizations like us to really get out there and do some good work, they looking at us like, well, you only posted one video of ours, or you don't talk about us enough. Right, I'm trying to get in your space so I can talk about you more.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have news like this ain't news. I feel like what's that old tabloid that all they did was talk about, like they would make up stuff and then publish it. National Enquirer, baby. That's what that outlet is. It's the National Enquirer of HBCU sports.
That's a ring to it right there.
Here and then, so here's what was interesting, because another person, Timona, posted how we got all up in arms about the black content creator doing this, but we don't do that for white content creators. Let me go ahead and clear all that up right now. I guess you forgot who I was. Allow me to reintroduce myself, because today also there was an account that has a CBS tag in front of it that posted the SEC is leaving the NCAA. And it looked so official, I ran with it. And I tweeted it. And I said, well, if they leaving, go ahead and wrap up this house settlement, and the FCS schools and the D2 schools, they ain't got to pay nothing. It's all good. Go ahead and go. Nobody don't owe nothing. We even Steven. And there is another, because I'll be on this whole like NCAA house settlement, realignment, and the media rights deal. I follow a bunch of guys in that space. And so it's pointed out that, yeah, this guy do this on a regular. You just aren't familiar with him. And this was fake. And I watched Sankey's whole speech. You know how much I dislike the SEC?
A lot of people dislike the SEC.
His whole speech. Nothing about leaving the NCAA. So I had to go back in my group chat, say, hey, my bad, this on me. This was a lie, this on me. I'm deleting the tweets. This on me.
No way you feel
the difference. I did. The difference is though, yeah, but the difference is though, there was smoke to this lie. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just a completely fabricated lie. There was smoke to the lie, so it was more believable. They was talking about, the SEC was talking about they need more than 4 guaranteed spots, yada, yada, yada. So I'm like, oh, okay, this makes sense. It didn't, but in my mind, I was like, okay, it made sense. So I got to give him some smoke too, because, bitch, who is you? Why is CBS in front of your name? And I reported him to see. I told CBS, hey, there's a dude imposter. You got an imposter. I don't know if he's a former employee, whatever, but you got a dude using y'all name. And CBS is a trademark name, by the way.
Right. Can I say something though?
So
like you just said, like why we have so much smoke for accounts like this, black accounts, and we don't do it for the white accounts. It don't matter at the same at the end of the day, if it's a parody account or whatever, and they put out stuff like that, like you give it, you know what I'm saying? You give them what they deserve. And no matter if it's black, to me, no matter if it's black or white. I don't like the fact that, like, when we, do this, y'all do this for the black people, y'all do this with the black folks, but we don't do it with the white folks because we scared to say something to white people. It doesn't matter. Journalistic integrity is the thing where you're, you know what I'm saying? You're going after. We're going after, the credibility of somebody, just like you said with the SEC, talking about the SEC gonna leave and found out it was a parody account. You question his integrity, and you know what I'm saying, if he like it's a joke. If he tell you it's a joke, then it's like, to me, it's like, hey, just don't put out another, don't put stuff out like that. But it doesn't, to me, it don't matter if it's black or white. Integrity is always gonna be integrity.
So here's my thing. Yes and no. And yes, because you're right. Integrity is integrity. But no, because absolutely the F not will you slander your own people and think you're going to get away with it. We expect that from them.
Right.
Yep.
But when it's our people, when it's our media, you don't get no pass. You finna get dragged from high heaven to low hell in a heartbeat. And you know what? You deserve it.
No,
because you're supposed to be supporting us. You're supposed to be factual and have integrity to elevate what HBCUs are doing.
Right.
That's the thing. It's okay if we do something wrong, but don't make something out of nothing. Nothing even existed. And you decided that you were going to slander this woman and this program over nothing. You didn't even have the facts.
You didn't even talk to that man's father. That's the crazy thing.
You posted a video when his daddy wasn't even around. Where was his dad at the time of that video? He had you. So, and who recorded the video? Where did the video come from? How are you not checking your sources?
All valid questions.
How are we not doing this in the year 2025 of our Lord and Savior? We ain't checking sources. That is the quickest way to get fired, to get your pass revoked. And what people do, see, people think that and this is why I don't even tell people what I do. He probably doesn't even know that I'm the same person that he applied for credentials for and showed up at the championship. And I was giving him all the details and all the information that he needed.
Wait, you know what he looked like?
Yeah, I know what he looked like.
Oh, hold on now.
Absolutely.
I'm not the person to get that information. This is my
thing, and this is the other thing. You don't even show your face. So everybody's wondering who you are and what you look like.
Can you drop?
So
we could get.
I gotta see if I can find pictures. And I mean, it's just there's so many things that people don't understand. This I don't say what I do a lot of times, right? Because when you start acting up, you start acting crazy, and you start disrespecting me and my people,
got a problem.
We have a problem. And right now we got a serious problem because we won HBCU. When it comes to the media, we won HBCU. Ain't no difference. You mess with me, you mess with my people, you messing with me. We got a problem.
I don't know. They better go play in traffic, trying something safer to do. Because what you ain't finna do is play with my people.
Like I always say, baby, go play with your kids. Don't play with me.
Right.
Listen, and everybody, I apologize. We don't have commercials today. I don't know what happened with my computer. Like I'm just happy that I'm able to stream. So I apologize. We don't have commercials today. We need to talk
How
about.
You a computer man and your computer broke?
Listen, man. I write software. I don't build hardware. I write software.
I'm just saying.
You gotta stop talking
I feel like you should know enough about it.
Did you, Troy? You get the message in the group chat?
Oh, thank you. I've been waiting on that. SWAC media application. Yeah, I've been waiting on that. Speaking of which, we will be attending SWAC Media Day. I do enjoy SWAC Media Day. I enjoy any time that I get to be around my people and talk sports and what's going on in the space. I enjoy that. So going to Birmingham, Alabama again, I'm trying to get my same hotel so I can go get my cup of ribs. You do not understand.
How you what cup of ribs?
Right, yeah. I'm like, hold
That's
on.
That's like noodles, bro.
Blasphemy.
So there is so the Holiday Inn somewhere in Birmingham. I don't know where it is. I just got to look up where it is. The Holiday Inn I stayed at last year. There is a gas station across the street. So when Media Day ended and I came back, I went to the gas station across the street.
This dude is eating gas station ribs in a cup. What in Sam Tarnation have the word cup? You thought that was safe?
It was good. What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
Anyway,
was it Buc-ee's?
Right.
It was. I know what I said. It was a cup. It was like one of those big soup cups with short ribs.
Man,
the little Korean ribs.
You're not making it better.
Right at all.
You're not making it better at all.
It was good. I don't care what y'all say. It was good.
It was Korean. So you eat Korean short ribs out of a cup in Mississippi?
Oh my god!
And it was good.
I'm judging you because you don't get no big gas station when you go to Florida.
Hold on. So hold on. Let me clarify something. So the gas station, right? Part of it is a gas station and little store, and then they have a little restaurant next to it. Wait a minute, Marlo, you from St. Pete? You know damn well we got gas stations with little thing. It's that. That's what it is.
I ain't never. First of all, I ain't never. And I repeat, ever, and it still means the same thing. Ever ate a couple of ribs from a gas station. Ever.
And it was good.
Guilty as charged.
It was good. But anyway,
live from the gas station is crazy.
So
wow,
it was good, man. When I tell you, I was.
They had to have the biggest smoker outside the gas. And they can't even have it up.
Was there a smoker there?
Yeah, they had like the whole setup. Like I smelled the food before I knew what it was. Like I was.
So it didn't come. Like it didn't come out of being cooked in the gas station.
The gas station part is one side, and then the actual like place. I don't want to call it a restaurant because it's just like It's just like a small
so
little.
it's like, okay,
that's
it's like a
acceptable.
quick check or something like that.
That's
like,
acceptable because we do that in Texas all the time.
Okay.
That's everywhere in Texas. That's okay.
Oh yeah, gas station food be hidden. Gas station.
It just
chicken be
depends.
I don't know.
It-
This
it-
wasn't gas station.
Man, down here, man, they got whole chicken joints.
Right,
They
yeah.
Okay.
pound.
They do, but they sell ribs in a cup?
Yeah, I don't know about
No,
ribs.
you can't.
The ribs in a cup is
That's
like,
different. Like we ain't got ribs down here. They do crawfish and crabs and gumbo and all that
Oh,
at the
I
gas
just
station.
remember coming
This
about
is
the
all around the
club.
country.
Look, you come out the club and there's a dude out there with the truck serving sausage sandwiches. I'm on it.
Hey man, look, just go to New Orleans, go to Willie's Fried Chicken down right before you hit over the Bourbon Street on Canal. Get you a burger of chicken and a whole daiquiri
and a beignet
for a good price.
But no, the Holiday Inn good people. They picked me up from the airport. Let me drop my clothes off because that was the whole time TP when I was like, why they got regular tools opening up the airplane. I got into Birmingham hour late for media day, and the Holiday Inn people looked out for me. They picked me up from the airport, dropped my clothes off, and then went to the media day. So I definitely got to stay back there because them.
What type of tools do you think we use on airplanes?
I think that you should contact the Holiday Inn for sponsorship, and maybe they could gift us some room for media day since you just put them all out there on the airway.
Hey man, might as well.
I mean, I ain't opposed to picking up the phone and calling because I had called other people about sponsorships and whatnot, but that was the SWAC football preview, and yeah, we ain't heard back from them people. Well, except for why y'all hate that school in Daytona so much. But aside from that,
Because it's that school at Daytona. I don't even understand that question. You should have asked them. You don't?
They white people, Marlo. They just assume. Never mind. Anyway,
I don't see how that bears on my question.
we are going to move along. So, Caitlin Clark is injured, and their upcoming game with the Chicago Sky, apparently, the tickets has fallen dramatically from $86 for cheap seats to $25. The WNBA has an issue. They have an issue.
Let me ask you a question, Troy.
Yeah.
If the Lakers were coming to town, your tickets are $200 a piece, and then LeBron gets hurt, and the tickets drop to $120 a ticket, would you still feel like y'all got a problem? Or the NBA has a problem?
Yes.
What's the
and
problem?
here's why.
You want to see the star
Here's
player.
why.
You can relate that to NFL. If you know what I'm saying, you think back in the day if Tom Brady was supposed to be coming to town and then he gets hurt, I can't use your man. Don't worry about it. If Tom Brady's supposed to be coming to town, guess what? A lot of those season ticket holders that were trying to go see Tom, they're gonna start selling their tickets, and they're gonna have to sell them cheaper because now nobody really wants to go to the game. This is gonna happen in every sport. It doesn't matter when the star player don't play. Ticket prices are gonna be cheaper. That is literally how it goes.
I ain't even hear what game we talking
When Chicago plays the Fever again, I'm trying to see.
I mean, that's fine. Maybe it'll be a better game than the last one. And TP has a point. And typically, me and TP be on the same wavelength. The only reason why I am going to disagree with him on this one is because of the Caitlin Clark fan club. That is why. And if they were actual fans, they were gonna watch the game anyway, right? Like I make no qualms about it. I am a Las Vegas Sparks, not Las Vegas. I am an LA Sparks fan. I've been an LA Sparks fan since 1999. Regardless if Keita Jackson suit up or not, and she's not hurt, I'm watching the game.
That's you though. What do you say to the people that only wanted to watch Caitlin Clark play?
They are Caitlin Clark fans. They are not women's basketball.
And they gonna tell you, okay, just like all of those people that are LeBron fans. They're LeBron fans spread out all across the country that root for LeBron no matter what team he's on. When he said I'm taking my talents to South Beach, my own boy was like, I guess I'm going to South Beach. Guess Miami my team now. So it don't matter. And then if the Heat would come into play and he had tickets to the game and then he finds out LeBron's not playing, he's selling his ticket. He's not going.
It's just like when back in the day when I'm a Mavericks fan, when we wasn't good, but when Michael Jordan was with the Bulls and they came to town, them tickets was boosted up tenfold.
Right.
At old Reunion Arena. And they boosted up tenfold. And it's like
what, Troy?
Most of those tickets were actual basketball fans. Like, shit, I'm just gonna go watch yours.
That's what it is. That's what it is. No, there's no difference. There's literally no difference. They're only going to see Caitlin. If Caitlin ain't playing, they're not going.
Hey, and again, as the person that enjoys the game, fucking fantastic. And I don't lose injuries on anybody but amazing. Great. We get to actually watch a goddamn basketball game and not see dumb white people making bucket noises from courtside seats. Amazing. Perfect. I get to enjoy a basketball game. Hey, they never watch
well.
game.
And she's projected to be out a couple weeks. When this game?
June 7th. Yeah, June 7th.
I would buy them tickets at $25. And the day before, when you find out she playing, watch the ticket prices jump back up, and I'm finna turn a profit. I'm finna turn a profit.
God. I don't like you niggas.
Oh man. But
I'm just saying.
Are you right?
I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
I mean, but in other WNBA news, I think I tweeted this at either at some point last season or the beginning of this season that the Connecticut Sun did not need a franchise. They did not deserve a franchise, and the team needed to be sold and moved. Well, guess what? The team is up for sale. Now, Jennifer is out here. Everybody knows her. She's a great point guard in her day for the Sacramento Runout. She's team president. They're leaning towards, hey, we just want a new investor. We might sell the team, but the team need to keep the name and the team need to stay in Connecticut. I said to hell with all of that. They don't need that damn team. Let Candace Parker and her investment group grab that team and move them to Nashville and name them the CSN. I'm all for that. If that don't happen, let the investment group in Boston, where they played 2 games last season to a sold-out arena in the Garden in Boston, let them have that team so those women can have some facilities and team ownership that actually cares about them and want them to go to games. To hell with the Connecticut Sun, to hell with the Cleveland Rockers, who also been awarded a franchise and they lost their last franchise, and the Houston Comets never come back if they don't ever get new owners.
I want to see the Houston Comets come back. I don't care what it is.
No. Listen to what I said. New investors.
The only way the Comets come back.
Not the current ownership. New ownership.
The only way the Comets come back is if the Rockets invest in them.
They don't own the name.
I want the Orlando Miracles back.
The Orlando Miracle are the Connecticut Sun.
Yeah.
Orlando.
I know, but I want them back.
Miami and Orlando folded at the same time. Orlando was moved to Connecticut, and the Miami Soul were dispersed. The Connecticut Sun are the Orlando Miracle.
It's just amazing how a franchise can win 4 championships in a row and then not even exist anymore.
Not
Yeah.
not get recognized.
But no, they need to come back. For the sake of the game, the actual name and the brand need to come back. They just need a different ownership. The ownership group that currently owns the name, it'll be disastrous if they won't let them.
Hey, don't the Koch brothers?
I feel the same way. Yes, exactly. They own the name.
The name, yeah, I was about to say the Koch brothers.
You don't want them. You do not want them as
They're not selling it.
And I feel the same way about the Cleveland Rockets. The Cleveland Rockets, they let the old ownership group get the name back. Like they lost the last thing.
Well,
can someone get Maul out of the rabbit hole? We gotta go pull him out because I can't hear nothing.
So,
Maul, you sound like you in a tunnel, baby. Where are you?
Well, one of the announcements is that one of the announcements is well, let me go ahead and go through these announcements real quick. So the first announcement is that
can I say something real quick? Because we was talking about factual information. All right. Let me address this. Oh, dude, he did post some content from our basketball championship. He posted videos from when he was on the sideline. I don't see no articles and nothing like that, but he did post videos and a couple of pictures that we took.
I posted videos of Bethune-Cookman game against FAMU. That don't make. Never mind. Shut up, Trevor.
But what my original statement
just
is
trying.
he didn't post anything, and that was incorrect. He did post about 10 or so posts to Twitter with videos that he shot from our championship, from our basketball championship.
Oh. All right.
That's all I got to say. The rest, anyway, let me shut up. Go on here, what you got to say. I'm finna mute myself before I start talking crazy.
So one of the things we're going to do is we're going to upgrade our equipment over the summer. So before media day, we're probably going to take about a week or two break to make sure we get everybody's equipment upgraded. It's only for sound quality purposes because videos so much we don't have too much of a problem. It is when on some of the podcast platforms, the video sometimes is great, sometimes it's crazy. I just want to get us some consistency. Also, if you were following fatmousesports.net, there was about a 3-week period where every day there was at least 4 or 5 articles that was me A/B testing to try and see what drove traffic. It was also me testing how I could influence ChatGPT to write articles. I am not 100% satisfied with ChatGPT because as a programmer, I don't trust anything that I didn't write to do automated tasks for me. And there are several images that I tried to get that program to create for me. I tried to get it to create an image of AD Suggs. If I would have put that photo out, I would have go ahead and put my hands behind my back and let AD Suggs swing on me 5 times. That's how bad that picture is. So the article writing has been better. But I will start creating fatmousesports.net will look more as a newspaper than it will just us posting content about the podcast. So we will actually have in-depth information. I am working to create a network of interns to cover places that I can't be.
Interns cost money.
I'm trying to figure that out. I'm trying to figure out
No,
how
they
I
don't.
can.
No, they don't. They cost a grade.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
trying to get that grade.
Now, y'all, Troy, you already know we could talk about that because you know that's what I do. I set up internship
Who
programs.
is on the George W.
so. But again, that's something that we're working on. The other thing that I need to announce, because we now have a valuable resource, we will start covering Edward Waters College because we now have a resource to get us information and interviews and all of that stuff. Shout out to Uncle Billy.
Edward Waters College is Edward Waters University now.
I'm sorry, Edward Waters University. You know what? Marlo said we've been dead. Been dead. Marlo been on this show. You know what?
I told you a long time ago. My people, I got people.
Where your people at?
Uncle Billy.
He heard it from the horse's mouth.
Who been knowing my whole life, and is an alumnus, and he told me straight to my face, "I can get you an interview with a coach."
Okay. Morgan.
Yeah.
So we'll start covering Edward Waters. Is it too early to fire Tibbs? Like,
it may be, or no, it might not be. It might not be, rather. It might not be.
Hey, you only down 9 going into the 4th, man. Hey,
11.
Damn, come on, Stars. I need y'all to pull this game out against Edmonton. God damn.
Somebody gonna have to show some fight, or Troy about to have an aneurysm.
Me too.
Troy is about to have an aneurysm. But then again, ain't no lead safe in the NBA.
I need one of them times to happen right now. That'd be nice.
But all I'm saying, Indiana OKC final is gonna be nasty. That is nasty.
Hey Marlo, hey Marlo Jamal, I got something for you. Hold on.
Work of the nastiest variety.
Losing to the lowly Indiana Pacers is like driving me nuts. Absolutely.
Why do you say lowly?
Because they're beneath New York. Oh my God, he got.
That is why y'all losing. That the entitlement for me. It's the entitlement for me.
Hey Jamal.
Damn.
Marlo.
GG's.
Yes, sir.
Niggas cannot stop passing.
Yes, sir.
Well, see, I'm on your ass right now.
Yes, sir.
Now the missus did things. They got one for you, Troy, in the black and silver.
In the black too.
Yo,
so
I was with that the most inappropriate.
So you gonna tell Tom Brady? So you gonna tell Tom Brady? Hey, and then Marlo, Destiny says she's gonna go ahead and start with your shirt. Somebody got to show me the fight. Put it in orange and green.
Oh my gosh!
Another thing.
That's my people. That's my people.
You muted, Paul. You got yourself muted.
Hey, we need that. Somebody got to show some fight in orange and green.
That's what
yes, sir.
We're gonna put it in there for the orange and green for y'all.
That and go ahead and give me one that say no 8-ball Marvel, please.
No.
Damn.
No home over Marvel.
Lady, we are a smoke-free campus, so keep her Newports at home.
Not keep the Newports at home.
Virginia,
baby,
Reds, whatever the hell it
I'm
is.
trying to tell you, because her whole neck looked like the Crypt Keeper.
Bro.
I said that. I said she looked like the Crypt Keeper. Somebody said that ain't nice. No, nigga. She looks like the
She
Crypt
ain't
Keeper.
nice either. Fuck that. Gloves on.
Mega Marvel ain't nice. What are we talking about?
Oh, now we gotta be nice because it's her. Fuck that. You finna get these looks. And I'm booing every time she touch a goddamn microphone.
Hey, you know what I said? Yeah, I said.
Just go ahead and put me out.
You know, I said I would smell like earring backs.
Hey, she didn't shake that motherfucker out before she put it on. She just slapped underneath and showed up.
Oh no, but we got that going on.
She had a double comb over wig, and I was too through.
I ain't even know what a comb over was till then, but it makes sense.
Look, that would look like this. Hold on, y'all. I'll give you an example.
See what you did, Marlo. See what you did. This is your fault.
I am not responsible for the content.
With blue contacts. That's what really fucking outdone me.
With blue contacts? I didn't even see
that. Was blue. And you wrong.
I know it's something else we were supposed to get to.
That part.
I know it's something else we're
but
supposed
then
to get
this
to.
part came like that.
That was it.
Yeah.
Hey, she ain't even that thing before she put it on. She just slapped it up there. That was a crib keeper.
Put it in sport mode.
She had a comb over with a bird's
That
nest.
wasn't even in sport mode.
Man.
That wasn't even sport mode.
She come down here, be like somebody just made it saying, what happened to that girl?
That was me.
I hope she trip and fall every time she walking up the steps to Lee Hall.
Oh Lord.
Damn.
And made them squirrels over there by Perry Page forever. Throw them damn acorns at you. I hope you get chased by the geese that live over there by BL Perry.
She knows
them
it's
are some
hurricane
big
season, though,
ass
right? Like
she would.
She can't go outside. It's
You better
hurricane.
not leave that over. Just stay there. Just had them to burn your food from President's Dining Hall. Eat it if you may.
I need
So
that
in
lady.
other news,
my sister said she might want to pack her own lunch.
She might, cause I was just about to say they got anybody that done watch The Help. She gonna get a special pie.
So in other news,
I'm happy they can't kick me out of the National Alumni Association because God damn, not be on my way out of that motherfucker.
That's tough.
Yo.
Special pie.
Yo.
She hadn't even. Hey, we still being nice.
Eat my.
I'm trying to get to be out there, Tampa. I'm trying to get to be out there, Tampa.
When is that? Did I miss it already?
This weekend.
You turn one of them white only pies into a nigga pie.
I'll be in Orlando. Damn it. Right, I'll go to one in Jacksonville.
How about I turn you into a nigga pie?
Do y'all know how much I love be out there? There is nothing like be out there. And for those of other HBC, I don't know what y'all have at y'all other HBCU events, but in the springtime in Tallahassee, there is Kappa-Luau. I don't think when I got Tallahassee, I think they suspended Omega Mardi Gras. And then
they brought it back when I was on the hill though, and it was it.
They had to wait years. They had to wait years to bring the Mardi Gras back because that fight was so different.
Okay, did they say anything to me?
Oh, here she goes. Hey, Marlo, your best friend.
Hey. What's up?
So we told we're gonna start a shirt with orange green. Gotta show me some fight.
I got this. I got you. I got some ideas for your shirt. Hi, Jamal. Hi, CP.
Let's go.
Hey, what's going on?
Big brother Troy.
How you doing?
That's DK.
DK. Hi.
And that's Danny.
Hi, Danny.
So yeah. Oh yeah, we did tie the knot.
Boom. So Bessie,
yeah, so
I got some ideas for you.
Congratulations, by the way. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Congratulations, y'all.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes. So, Bestie, I got some ideas for your shirts. It's gonna be like really, really nice. So let me do. Can I do my thing? Can I please do my thing? My thing.
Yeah. Do that.
Okay. What size shirt you wear?
Extra large.
Extra large. Okay. If anybody else got special requests, please let me know so I can get to work. I'm ready to work.
Okay. But no, Be Out Day is it is a wonderful time of the year. It is when I felt like I became a man in Tallahassee.
Be Out Day. What is that? Is that like the equivalent to us for a Kappa Beach party in Texas?
It's probably something similar.
Yeah, the grown version will be less like undergrad.
Yeah,
I hope, because we got
it will be. You know, people, and plus they got camera phones and stuff now. It's all different.
Can't do nothing wrong now, Pastor's wife.
All them hand snitches.
Not hand snitches.
Hand snitches is crazy.
Just saying.
So there is a viral tweet, social media video that Kev on stage put out in the landscape. And apparently this stepfather who is we lost somebody. We lost Dan. Did we lose Dan? Yeah, I think we lost Dan.
Yeah, we lost Dan.
So so this is graduation season, and a stepdad who had been in this young lady's life from 2 until now 18, we're assuming she's around 18. So essentially 16 years he's been in her life, and he is crashing out because there ain't no other way to describe it. He is absolutely crashing out over the fact that he was not invited to graduation. Now, for a lot of people,
take your ass off my insurance. Figure that out.
A lot of people. For a lot of people, it's a touchy subject. I only have this to offer, and then I'll just give it to the panel. I only have this to offer. One thing I know about girls: when girls hit teenage, they will give you the unfiltered, unadulterated truth, whether you like it or not. Her not inviting you, especially in this new age of where you are limited to tickets for high school graduations. This was not a shock. You knew this was coming. And to make her graduation about you is wrong, in my opinion. And here's why I say this. That little girl did not enter in a relationship with you. You entered in a relationship with her mama, and she came along for the ride. We don't have context into the involvement of the dad. We don't have context into his work schedule, but I think they say he's a trucker or something. So you, like somebody posted, there was probably events that you weren't involved in before, or that the dad was involved. There is a funny scene at the end of Cop Out where Bruce Willis and the stepdad are about to stand up when the preacher says, "Who gives this bride away?" And Tracy Morgan's character pulls out his pistol and says, "Sit down, don't make me put a hole in you." That's my Marlo, by the way. I know Marlo would do that for me. Side to point.
First of all, let's go here. You think I'm gonna need a ticket to go to my child's graduation? I want to see somebody stop me from going.
I'm just going.
If they recognize, if I say that's my child and they graduating, who gonna stop me from going in the building?
Marlo, you can't just force your way in the building, sir.
Oh, okay. I mean, I ain't gonna force you, but I wouldn't get in my way.
He said,
I'm just saying. Any one of y'all who is a father who
who recognizes this child as your child gonna not be at this graduation? Don't worry, I'll wait.
I put
I
like this.
think I think what we had here was somebody who was traditionally in her life, and I think a part of that is how he chose to react when he wasn't on the guest list for the graduation. He started taking names off car insurance. He started doing the most. Right, the girl just graduated, and this is her reward for graduating because she didn't invite you. Now, you don't know the rest of the context about their relationship. I know he's a trucker. I know that they be gone a lot of time, but at the end of the day, like her real dad was there, and you don't know the relationship that she's had with him this entire time. Just because you paying bills and you married to the wife does not give you the full entitlement of being her dad, even though you've been there, but her real dad been there too. And maybe she thought, maybe what if you and the real dad don't get along? Why would I want that at my graduation?
But yeah, that's that's we all missing context here. But at the same time, I can say for myself because my oldest child she's not mine biologically. I've been in her life ever since she was born. I gave her name. So, but at the end of the day, I knew when she graduated, the first thing that she did was like, she said, she called me and she's like, I need you to be at the graduation because my oldest she was the first COVID graduate, you know what I'm saying, when COVID happened. So I was like, I'm there because I'm not missing it because, from the side, in a sense, kind of being a part of stuff like that, I've always been there, through thick and thin, like, just to make sure everything was okay with her. And, my whole thing is, the best thing about that was I didn't need no ticket because they had it at AT&T Stadium. All we had to do was just sit 6 feet apart from each other. We you know what I'm saying? We was good.
But y'all had that relationship though, right?
Had that relationship. Even with her dad and even with her real father, I don't have no beef with him. I had no issue with him. Like, he was cool. He came to the thing. We got a picture, me, him, and her. We got a picture together because we, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I told her, it don't matter what it is. You got two dads that love you, that care and provide for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when she turned, Desiree turned 19, 20. When she turned 19, I ended up giving her a car. And that was just my way of saying, you doing what you do. I know you're going to be responsible for it. And I know you're going to pay your, you know what I'm saying, you're going to pay your car note and stuff on time. And I just told her, I was like, hey, I don't want to hear them folks call my name out there. Because I co-signed on the car. I don't want them to call me. You the one that's going to be responsible for it and everything. And, we always keep in touch. She's 23 years old now. So it's one of the things, like, she gonna live her life and everything, but I'm always gonna be there and keep in touch with it. And I do the same thing for my real child. Even if I dislike my ex-wife, but at the end of the day, we don't know that type of we don't know what the situation is. All we know is that he was not invited to the graduation. Even though he been there since she was 2 years old. The mother should have said something also.
She probably already knew their relationship wasn't there. That's why
she
allowed
wait,
it.
So of course context is missing, right?
Right. A lot of context is missing out of that.
But I'm looking at it this way, right? Had he married her mama and completely ignored her for 16 years, we would be ripping him up and down. How you gonna marry her mama and stay a package deal and yada yada yada? But he married her mama, accepted him as a package deal, and he's been there. But then it's like, dang, you get your first milestone, and I don't even matter, right? But I'm also saying that as so I'm the youngest, right? It's 4 of us total. But my oldest sister, my dad had her when he was in high school. We got different moms, but when my oldest sister graduated high school, my mama was there. When I graduated high school, my sister's mama was there. What would I look like? What would we have looked like? Is saying, and I call her my auntie Linda Cal. Nah, you can't come to graduation, even though you've been here all of these years. You've helped in all of these milestones. You picked up from school. You've taken basketball practice. Hell, if my parents had something to do, I spent the night over there. It takes a village to raise a kid, but at the same time, we can't take that village and turn it back on the people that are raising those kids when the milestones come.
Yeah,
Again, you don't know that. You don't know their relationship. He could have easily been, he could have been provided financially, but not been there really as a stepfather in her life. Like, you don't know all of the details. It just seemed like he want to get online and cry about something that he already knew. Their relationship wasn't there, and he probably felt bad about it. But you can't do nothing once a kid get to a certain age and they know you full of shit. So
I have a few things that couple points of view, because what it looks like is that this is a man whose feelings are hurt, obviously, right? You didn't get to go to the graduation. That's hurtful. Doesn't matter what the relationship is, that still hurts. You've been in this child's life all her life, however old she was. But here's my issue. Social media has made it okay for us to air out our dirty laundry, to drag people unnecessarily, to tell the deepest parts of our business. That I bet that girl don't want to be no parts of his story.
Right. Which is
you
why
got
she
on
didn't invite
social
him.
media looking for sympathy, and he may have a history of this, and that could be why he wasn't invited. We don't know. Like you said, everybody said the truth. Context is missing. But what's also missing is healed adults. And when you do stuff like this, you need to be sitting down somewhere talking to a therapist, because you got some deep-rooted issues that ain't got nothing to do with this damn graduation.
Facts.
But also, ladies, and I don't know if this is the case or what, but I saw something that said that the auntie's boyfriend got a ticket, but the stepdaddy didn't. Now that's all kinds of
No. It was her boyfriend. It was her boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
Her mom's two sisters and her mom's brother. So literally, and her grandma. So everybody that was there was related to her, except for her boyfriend.
Okay.
Yeah, blood related.
Okay.
Not saying that makes it either way, because he was a stepdad. But at the end of the day, if it's about their relationship.
So
it's about the relationship between him and her. If they didn't have that strong bond, then that's just what it is. You can't wait till the situation and then now I'm gonna cry on the internet.
And that's my thing. Like, you crying on the internet now, but it's clear that you knew that this was coming, because you said you didn't get invited. So you already knew you weren't invited
ahead of time.
So, right. Now, I will say I've seen too many situations where women are weaponizing their children because they have a disagreement with a man. And I just feel like, I'm not saying that that's the case. It just seems that we're missing so much context in this situation that anything could be possible. I have seen it, and I think it's disgusting. For any man that wants to be in his child's life and a woman is keeping that child away from that father, is disgusting.
Yeah, and I don't think that's the case.
And I don't think that's the case, but I'm just saying, I've seen all kinds of stuff popping up about the situation. Everybody got their own thing or whatever. Like, bruh, stay off the internet. And I feel like that for all people. Like, stop putting all your business on the internet. And then when you get questioned,
You will get questioned.
you want to block people. You want to do all kinds of crazy stuff. You want to talk crazy. Now everybody talking crazy at everybody else. And this is a situation you should have kept private.
It
Because
should
now
have been private.
you've
It's
aired out
why
our family's
I don't
business.
post them in there on
Yeah.
And
Twitter and all that.
it just seemed like your love is conditional. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you love your stepchild, the love should be unconditional. Like if they do something like that, okay, dang, it hurt. But I'm not about to take you off of all my insurance. I'm not about to start
Yeah, 'cause
doing the most petty shit
now
possible and then
you
crying on the
more
internet
blame
about it.
on somebody that don't even deserve it. She's still a kid.
Exactly.
You sound petty
Petty as fuck.
and immature. That's probably why you weren't invited. Hell, I'd have left you at home too.
Right. See how he acted now. Just imagine
Imagine him at home.
what she done had to deal with, because again, we don't get to choose our parents, and we damn sure don't get to choose step parents. So if he's not doing what he's supposed to father wise, and their relationship ain't there, you can't blame her for not wanting him there and wanting literally everybody else. She didn't invite like not a friend or a friend of her parent. Like it was literally everybody there was the two people that brought her into the world, her aunties, her uncle, her grandma, and her boyfriend.
Her village.
Yep.
And again, this is normally we don't do topics like this. Normally we don't do topics like this, but I wanted to hear minds that I respected talk about this, because I have been on the biological dad side of things, and my thoughts on it are not always going to be Christian-like. Because when I was dealing with a situation, I didn't respond Christian-like. Mo, no, I ripped Tallahassee up with mine.
I think the problem is if you feel you gotta be invited to it shouldn't be step nothing, because if you've been in her life for 16 years, it ain't no step nothing.
Hey, you her daddy.
You don't feed and raise no child for 16 years and then still talking about something you're a stepdad. That's just crazy to me. So
Sound like he just provided for 16 years.
Yeah, he don't seem like he was a present parent. He just was her mom's dude.
While he driving trucks and paying bills.
That's all that seems.
If she was married, if the mom married the stepdad, then it's a whole different ball game. But at the end of the day, like, I mean, we can't control the type of jobs that we got and stuff like that. So he was on the road. I mean, to me, it's like if I'm gonna be in the child's life, then I need to adjust, because that's what we got to do. We got to adjust. Like, wife have 4 kids plus my 2. So guess what? We both got to adjust to each other's kids. You know what I'm saying? Good or bad. So my whole thing is he should adjust it now. Going off the deep end, taking out the insurance and the you know what I'm saying, health insurance and stuff, and then kicking out till you go live with your daddy, your real father. That right there is
that shows your character.
That shows
your character is on full display, and you put it on display.
And that's why he ain't get an invitation.
Exactly, because he probably was already acting like that.
Right.
The entitlement. Oh, I pay bills, so you better respect me. No, motherfucker, respect is earned.
Yeah,
I
the
know,
child
but,
wasn't wrong.
but at the same, but like I said again, it all starts with the mother because she's the one that is the main person because she had a child, she has a child, but she chose who she want to be with. And basically, if that was the case, then she should have just said, "Hey, y'all two better work it out because if you get married, you know, if you go by the good book, the husband is always gonna be the head of the household. But at the same
who
time,
don't get invited? You know who don't get invited to the graduation?
the boyfriend,
Tom Thibodeau. That's who don't get invited to the graduation.
Oh damn!
Yeah, thank you for
Well,
saying something.
show is
You
over.
got to go.
Goodbye.
This is
that bad now?
They only down 7.
Well, yeah, with 2
How many
minutes
seconds
left?
left?
I told you,
crazy.
ain't no league safe in the NBA.
It ain't.
So
I mean, I don't see Tracy McGrady on the court, so I think the Knicks are cooked.
hell, you don't even see Reggie Miller on the court.
No, thank God we don't see him. It'd be worse.
All I gotta say is this: of all the teams they played in the playoffs, the Indiana Pacers were going to be the easiest to figure out because it stopped them from running. That's it. Get back on defense and switch.
Oh, y'all forgot they can shoot though.
No,
That's
never
what I'm
mind.
saying.
Offensive foul. We're good.
If they switch and stop dropping coverage, you don't get open shooters. But you switching and dropping coverage, so now you're scrambling on 3-point shooters and you're getting that late. Like, this ain't my issue with the Knicks is that they play very basic basketball, but then they don't play basic fundamental basketball. It's
Well, you know, at least y'all have a ball stopper on your team like y'all had with Julius Randle. As soon as the ball got to him, everything stopped. Time stopped. Play stopped.
I know, TP. I know. I was trying to get out of my bad.
I just looked at the
Yeah. Tell the missus I said hello. We definitely gonna try and come out to the Grambling Jackson State game.
Word. Look, I'm excited. My mom's coming on Friday.
Oh, that's what's up.
And we got front row tickets to Kendrick Lamar. I can't wait.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, we right there by the stage.
What?
Yeah, buddy.
Let me get a team for Kendrick. K-Dot. The wife
I don't
right
know
here
what
should
my
be.
camera decided to freeze while I was talking.
Yeah, I see
Let
that.
me get front row seats to K-Dot. The missus would be goddamn.
On that stage.
Oh, she cried. She cried. She dropped little tears when I showed her the tickets.
Oh no, but so the missus right here is originally from Long Beach.
I'm one of them people that was on Ticketmaster early trying to get them K-Dot tickets and missed out. But hey,
Yo, the tickets I bought, they're now almost 4 times what I paid for them.
yeah, exactly. That's why I hadn't went to go see K-Dot.
Yeah, I bought them last month, right when they opened out, and yeah, they crazy expensive now. So I'm glad I got.
I think I missed Camp Flognar went on sale last week. I think I'm gonna go out there with my sister, take my niece.
Hey, look, I bought me a sleeveless jean jacket. That's how we rocking with some Black Forces. We out here.
You got black. You gonna have Black Force energy out there
already.
That's some Top Gun stuff.
That means as soon as somebody look at him funny, he gonna slap shit out of somebody.
Look, I'm wearing all black hat.
All you need is a damn ski mask out there. Shoot.
That's the only thing I be missing. Don't make me go get a shiesty. But it's too hot out here for that. It's already 100 degrees in Vegas. I can't pull out no shiesty.
You know what? I think I'm gonna get me some jorts for Saturday.
Jorts. Hey, again,
I got some flag
you heard
too.
you heard it here first. If you are at homecoming and you see somebody in a shiesty mask that say Florida on it, orange and green, and a bad wig glued to it, that's me. You are safe. I promise I won't hurt you.
That's funny. But all right, man, let me get out of here before I get beat up.
All right.
Love y'all. See y'all on Thursday.
Yeah,
All right, see y'all
I gotta head to the job. So
all right,
do 10 hours. But anyway, we'll be back on Thursday.
So we're not because of last Thursday and the absolute Twitter outage. I want to apologize to everybody about that because we didn't have the whole full crew. So I was happy to have a full crew. My computer, we're getting new equipment, y'all. It's coming. The new equipment is coming. I needed to get squeezed as much as I could at this computer until I got my diagnosis. By the way, I still don't have a diagnosis. So if you see somebody chasing a doctor in West Palm Beach with a 9-9, it's me.
That's you.
It's me. I don't know why you're not back from vacation. I don't know why you're not back from vacation to give me my results. So, yeah, I got some issues I need to work out. But again, I want to thank everybody for coming. We're not gonna do parting shots tonight. We are gonna do them on Tuesday. DK, do you work this Thursday?
I do.
I got a story to tell y'all on Thursday.
Here we go.
Oh,
go
my
ahead and get it out now. Go ahead and get it out now. You want to get it out.
I am gonna wait to Thursday because it's gonna take some time for me to put all the context in it. But this is one of them you gotta be kidding me moments. Y'all wait.
You proud of yourself? You proud of yourself, Marlo?
No, but are you proud of yourself? That's the question.
I'm good.
Okay, so then the story can be told.
Life is good. I just want to put this out there. I was on a machine. I was not on a paddle canoe in the Gulf of Mexico. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
When you so good, when you and your friend are so good friends that y'all got like stories to hang over each other's heads, that's what you're witnessing right now. So on Thursday, you're gonna have two people holding stories over each other's heads. Yeah, it's gonna be.
I ain't got no story over my head. All I know is what happened on this weekend.
What? So wait, hold on. I'm sorry. You was paddling. You know what? And you lost the paddle. Tune in on Thursday.
I can't wait for this story.
Y'all don't even understand. It's some like unbelievable stuff too, y'all. He tried to kill my son. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Y'all are so funny.
He tried to kill my son. Okay. I can't wait to Thursday. Thursday, it's gonna be sharks and everything. It's gonna be everything.
He didn't embellish the story.
By Thursday, it's gonna be. Yeah. Okay.
I need y'all to know this. Marlo is previewing his Whopper. I just want y'all to know this.
It is not a Whopper. It will be thoroughly based in fact.
You just not trying to kill your favorite boy.
You did.
Marla, we gonna put you. We need to talk about you like we did the news outlet.
This is gonna be all fact. When y'all hear it, y'all gonna be like, "What?"
You said by Thursday they're gonna be sharks involved, so now I'm confused.
It probably was sharks. They
There
just
were
didn't
no
see him.
sharks. There were no sharks involved in this story. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us in another edition of the Madness Basketball Podcast. For everybody at FAMU Sports, DK, TP, Marlo, Lord Jamal, special guest Danny, and Doc Holliday from the HBCU Overdrive, we are out.
Slap a Nazi.
Slap a Nazi.
And fuck Donald Trump. See y'all on Thursday.
Yeah.
This man.